beautiful friends. How are you today? Happy Monday. Well, we have kind of a lot to talk about today. We are going to talk a lot about our graphs, and I have been emailing people today, so half of you already have the graph. The other half I'm going to do right after I upload this video. I want to make sure that when I'm sending you the graph that you're asking for, or the version that you're asking for, that I'm also making a connection with you. So it is taking me just a little bit of time to get those graphs out to you, but I promise everybody will have their graph by tonight. So I want to show you a sample of what our graph looks like. I did make one up yesterday, and it did take me about 2.5 hours, so maybe about the time it would take for you to do a hat. This new graph does have 40 by 40, so that means it's the chain 40 and 40 rows. So it's pretty good. I just got an email right now. It just popped up on the phone of somebody replying of getting their graph. So glad you guys are getting them. All right, so this has not been blocked yet, but here is our bunny graph. Now I did this one in yellow and pink, just like you can see. I am going to go back actually on this graph and 3D it because I love the little white tail, but I really want to stick that tail out. So I have some of the, I think it's called Pipsqueak, and I'm going to go in there with a needle and the Pipsqueak yarn and kind of basically cross stitch or stitch over what I've already made in the white to puff that out. I'll show you guys that tomorrow. But anyways, I wanted to show you a sample. I have heard from a couple of people that plan on making like 4 of these, maybe 6 of these in different colors. So maybe one bunny will be purple and another bunny, you know, will be yellow with a different background. And they're actually going to be putting those together mixed with granny squares to make a blanket. So I think that would also be a great idea if you guys are interested in doing it that way. My next one that I'm going to start working on tonight is going to be in cotton. So I have these prepared and ready. Sorry about all the reaching, but I have stuff over here on the makeup desk and I want to show you, and it is what it is, guys. So I'm going to show you a couple of different bobbiny ways that you can make your bobbins that will help how you find out how many bobbins you need to prepare in what colors, and that way you guys can get your bobbins ready and start getting started to make this graph. Now, after we're done talking about some you know, our crochet, I do have some just friend kind of things that I want to talk to you about. Not everybody wants to be friends. They just want to be Crojo people. So that's cool too. Just when we're done talking about graphs, just push the button and turn it off. And if you want to continue and listen to some cool news that happened today and be friends, then keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to continue on with the graphs. I just wanted to say that. I meant to say it at the beginning, but I forgot. So, all right, so let's pop out this graph here. I'm going to set this down again. Okay, so this is how I figure out how many bobbins I need. We're doing bobbins, guys, because we don't want for our stitches to show. We don't want the yarn to show underneath our stitches. Let me show you. All right, here's the easiest way if you have this part, okay? Not all graphs are going to have this part, so you'll just have to decipher it off of this. But if you look at this, this kind of shows you, you're going to need 1 bobbin to do this, right? You're going to need 1 bobbin to do that, 1 bobbin to do this or that, 1 bobbin, 1 bobbin. So for this particular pattern that we're working on, you are going to need, sorry, you are going to need 1 bobbin of your tail. So that's our white, okay? You are going to need 2 bobbins for your bunny. And that is whatever bunny color that you choose. I'm showing you on my cotton, and my cotton is going to be different than what my one is that I did yesterday. So you're going to need 2 bobbins for your bunny. And then you're going to need 3 bobbins for your background. And the reason, like I said, if you're looking at the graph, because that's how many breaks there are, okay? So we're going to use 1 bobbin down here, great. But then when we stop, it's going to get stuck, right? On this side or this side. So when that bobbin gets stuck, you're going to leave it. Whatever side it lands on, it leaves. So now that bobbin's only responsible for this side, okay? So your next bobbin you're going to need is going to go right here for this color. That's for your bunny bobbin. And then that bobbin is going to get stuck on either this side or this side. And when it does, you're going to leave it. And then you're going to add a new bobbin over here. So this bobbin will stay on this side of your graph. Now, if your first time it doesn't work out and you end up using more than the 6 bobbins that we are doing, it's okay. It's not a big deal. You're just learning. But if you do your bobbins the way that I showed you, 1 for your tail, 2 for your bunny, because you're going to need 2, 2. You can use 1, 1, 1, 1. Then you'll start 1 this way, start 1 that way. And then you're going to need 3 for your background. 1, 1, and then you'll need 1 right here. And then again, it'll start right here. I don't know if this is making sense, but I hope it is. And if it's not, email me. We'll go into depth. I mean, maybe you call me, we could figure it out, okay? I'll explain it. I'll explain it more. And we are going to have some more videos on it. But I know I'm sending out the graphs, so I wanted some people to start to be able to get their bobbins together and ready. So the types of bobbins that you can use, these right here, are just the like little plastic bobbins, okay? They sell these ones at Hobby Lobby. They have, oh shoot, they have, can you see me over here? Sorry. They have these little thread ones. This works just fine, okay? You got toilet paper rolls? Great, that works great. I just put 2 little cuts in the top of my toilet paper roll. See it? I put 1 little thing here, go around and around and around, and then here's another little thing right here. So when I'm done with this color, I'm actually going to stick it on the bobbin and then let it sit there so that you're not having stuff hanging and getting tangled up, so that your thread doesn't tangle up. Basically, the most important part of your bobbin is so that you can leave that yarn in the area that it is at on your graph and trap it. And then the other way is with these. These are from the dollar store. It comes with like a pack of 6, and it's $1 for all 6, right? So this one is kind of cool because you could put, I mean, you could really put a ton of yarn. You can make that thing go way out here. It's just fine. This, you can actually clip it to your work. So if you are, I should have set a table up here, huh? I know. So if you're working, right, you can actually just clip it onto your work and go on to the next color. That's kind of nice too. So however you want to do it, don't spend any money. If you have it, great. If you don't, do the toilet paper roll. It works just as well. Like, I promise, it works just as well. Yeah. So that is how you're going to make your bobbins. If you guys want to get prepared, start on the bobbins. Then that way I can show you, I'll do a tutorial. My next one I'll do like where we're not talking, but I'll show you my hands, you know, one of those. But since I don't know how to do the cut and paste thingy, the next one will only be my hands. So they look all right. So yeah, so we'll do that because I want to show you on the color changes. There's a certain way that I like to do a color change so that it locks that, yarn. So you don't have as many, you know, where you have to thread in, tie in the your loose ends. What the heck is that called? Sewing in your ends, whatever. So you don't have to weave in the ends. I have a way that I lock in my ends when I'm doing a color change. And for this whole entire graph, I had 12 ends because you have the start of each bobbin and the end of each bobbin. You just want to make sure that you load your bobbin up with a lot. It's okay to have leftovers because then you can put that in your stash, throw it on something else. Or maybe if you have a stash, just use some of your little stash balls. That works too. So, all right, so that's the prep on the graphs. Like I said, I'm going to work on my cotton one tonight. I don't know, it'll probably be a washcloth or something. It'll be pretty cool. Okay, so if you're done with the Crojo thing, go ahead and turn me off right here. 9 minutes and 25 seconds. That's it. We're done with crochet. Okay, so here's the friendship part, okay? All right, so you know I have 3 kids, right? Okay, so my youngest daughter, Jordan, her birthday was in November. So just right around her birthday, I think it was actually like a couple days before her birthday. Her birthday is November 2nd. There was this like crazy, ridiculous dust storm here in Bakersfield. And we have this thing here called valley fever. So basically what it boils down to is this little stupid spore, and you breathe it in, and it's a plant, right? Okay, so it is like a spore, a seed. It gets stuck in your lungs, and it starts to grow. It just starts to grow, this great little plant in your lungs. Okay, so that's valley fever. So what happened was, Jordan tells me one day, Mom, my shoulder hurts. I can't do PE. And I'm thinking, you know, whatever. You tried that one last week and got out of PE. You're not doing it again this week. So that was on a Wednesday. So she did that on Wednesday. She cried on Thursday. I still didn't take her seriously. So then Friday, she was still him-hawing about this shoulder. So I made her appointment. We went to the doctor after work. So it was in the late part of the day. The doctor said, well, maybe she slept wrong, or maybe she, you know, did something to her shoulder. Let's go take her for x-rays. I'm like, all right. So we had to go to a different place to do the x-rays. So we didn't get any results back on the x-rays until Monday. And they called me at work and they were like, oh, nothing's wrong with her shoulder. Your daughter has valley fever and pneumonia. Could you bring her in? She needs IV medication. Like, for real. It was a total fail. I felt like the worst parent ever. I was like bawling. I'm so sorry. I didn't believe you. I thought you wanted out of PE. Oh gosh, it was terrible. So, long story short, she got put on this medication, right? It's called diflucan. It is an anti-fungal medication. And normally when people need it, they're on it for like 5 days. Okay. So my kid was put on it for 2 months, a double dose. She had to take 1 dose in the morning and 1 dose in the afternoon for the stupid valley fever. Valley fever isn't all over the place either. It has like, there's like a pocket here in, you know, California. There's a pocket, I think, somewhere in Brazil. So it's not widely known, which means that people don't know a whole lot about it to treat it. So she's been on the diflucan. And after the first 60 days, we went in. The doctor says, is her hair falling out yet? I'm like, are you for reals? You don't say that to a 14-year-old. Like, come on. So he said, all right, she can do 1 dose. So she's been on this 1 dose for a while, right? And in the meantime, she has to get chest x-rays every 3 weeks. And then she goes and gets her blood done, which is a whole nother story. Holy moly, she passed out. Yeah, cold. Bam, to the floor, getting her blood done. Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay, let it go. So we had another appointment today with the pulmonary specialist. And guess what? Oh, did I tell you my daughter's a horseback rider? I don't think I did. So she has a horse and she does barrel racing and she rides her horse. This whole time, she's not been able to ride her horse. She hasn't been able to do PE. She's not supposed to go outside. Like, valley fever knocks you down, knocks you out, and her butt was in her bed like sun up to sundown. It exhausts you. She would wake up, do the dishes, go back to bed. Like, that's how crappy it is. Want to see this? Look, let me see. I don't want his name on it, but let's see. May return to PE. Heck yeah, she got taken off the medicine today. And she gets to go back to PE, which is great for the school. Oh yeah, she was off for over a month from school from this, you know. I mean, it was a big kind of deal. So she's back in PE. She gets to ride her horse again. So we are super duper happy. And he said that if she goes in the next 30 days, she has to go get her blood done 1 more time. And if the tigers come out good on that blood test, she is totally cool. Isn't that exciting? Well, it sure did make my day. And so I had to share it with you because, I mean, this has been a long process that we have been going through with my kid and this valley fever thing. I mean, it has really sucked. It really sucked. So, yeah, she went back to school after the beginning of the year. Like, she was out of school basically from her birthday all the way until January. I mean, I didn't say that. Bad word. Anyways, so yeah, great news today. I mean, this is going to be a fantastic week. I'm super excited about it. She wasn't all that excited about the PE note. She was kind of hoping to like let it ride till the end of the year, but she's really excited to get back on her horse because she has missed that so much. She's missed several barrel races and several events that she is really wanting to jump back in and ride again. So I'm excited for her. And that's one of the reasons I crochet, actually. There's a doll. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. I gotta show you this. Okay, so during the summer, we drive, it's not that far, like an hour or so away, and she's in this like barrel race series for the summer, right? So, so it makes me nervous. I'm like freaking out the whole time she's on her horse, always, right? My feet are on the ground. I like my feet on the ground. They're sure as heck ain't getting on the horse. But she's got nerves of steel. So the whole time that she's riding, I'm crocheting. I'm crocheting because I just can't stomach it. Like, I'm freaking out. So this summer, I made this doll, and I would tell her this is her voodoo doll. It's not finished. I don't even know what to do with it, and it doesn't come out very good. Okay, you ready? I'm preparing you for the doll. Look. My daughter has blue eyes. It doesn't even have a face on it, and I gave it one of those like big granny sweaters. I think I might try to give it some jeans. But anyways, I use this against her, and I tell her, you be good or I'm gonna go get your voodoo doll. I know, I'm terrible, right? But so yeah, this is Jordan. It doesn't look really like her, except for she does have blue eyes, and her hair is kind of a reddish brown color. Anyways, I thought that was a funny story. All right, well, I just had to tell you about that. I'm gonna get those graphs out to everybody else who sent me an email, and I hope you guys have a really great week. I was thinking on Friday that my husband's gone. Man, he just ditches me all the dang time. He is all over the dang United States, so I'm solo for Valentine's. Like, who does that, right? So I'm thinking Friday that maybe we could have a Valentine, you and me. Let's have a Valentine on Friday. And I thought maybe I would come on and tell you why I like everybody. I thought that would be kind of fun. But I'll get on before then because we'll talk more about graphs. I want to show you how to do the color change and all that. And feel free to email me anytime. You know I'm going to answer. You send me a question, I'll answer it. I didn't have anything really too crazy that anybody has asked. Although I had two hate mails. Like, really? Yeah. Whatever. Those are the only ones I don't reply to. Everybody else, I'll reply. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good night, and I will talk to you again very soon.